Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to cook minced chicken stew. This minced chicken stew is going to be delicious. For it to be delicious, you have to have several ingredients that will make it to be delicious. So the first thing you have to do when you want to cook minced chicken stew, you have to light your stove or your gas cooker depending on what you're using. So I'll turn on my gas cooker. After turning my gas cooker, the next step is to now you have various ingredients that you'll be using. The ingredients you'll be using, I'll be showing you step by step the ingredients you're using to cook this minced chicken stew. You will need, I've already prepared the ingredients that I'll be using. My spices as follows. You can see my spices on that I'll be showing you step by step. So my spices, the recipe that I'll be using will be onions and chopped bell pepper with a variety of green and red color, and I also have chopped green peas and also garlic that I grated with grater, and also I have chicken that I chopped into smaller bits. Then you're also going to need pepper and salt. You will also be needing um, chicken broth. The chicken broth that I've prepared, I've already prepared it with some spices which I have cooked. So you can see my chicken broth. So I'll be showing you other ingredients that I'll be using. Okay, the other spices I'll use mixed spices. This mixed spices contain various varieties of spices like garlic, thyme, which has been processed by a company. So in the market you cannot find different kind of mixed spices which you will also use. Then I've also prepared mashed chicken, which I blended with my blender. Then other spices that I'll be using will be these chicken spices. There are varieties in the market that you also find. Then other ingredients that I'll be using is I've chopped carrots. I've already cut the carrots into tiny bits. Then I will also be using chopped tomatoes. So this chopped tomato I'm using is Italian made. So there are varieties in the market that you can find. So you must know how to use this particular type that I'm using. Then the first thing to do is to fry the chopped chicken, which I've cut into tiny bits, so that I'll be able to cook it in a very short time as possible. So first of all, I'll put my pot on the lighted gas cooker. So you can use frying pan. So it depends on what you want to use. You're not being restricted on what you'll be using. You can use frying pan to prepare it. You can use pot to also to cook it. So you're not being restricted on what you're supposed to use. So after once I put my pot on the lighted gas cooker, I'll wait for it for some time so that the pot will dry up. So when the pot will dry up for 2 minutes, I will put an oil inside the pot. So the oil you will use will depend on various varieties. You can use olive oil, you can use groundnut oil, you can use, there are so many varieties of oil you can use. So that I'm using oil called mama oil. So you're not being restricted on what you want to use. Okay. My oil have dried up after 2 minutes, so I'll now put the oil. It is also this oil that I also use to cook the rest of the ingredients. So I'll put a quantity that I think I will be able to use to cook the rest of the recipe. Okay, I will allow the oil to heat for some 2 to 3 minutes. When it must have heated, I'll now put the chopped chicken inside the pot. So my gas cooker is on the high heat, so it must have cooked for some time. So I'll now put the chopped chicken. I've already spiced this chopped chicken into tiny bits and marinated it overnight with a small bit of pepper. Then with this spice that I've already showed before, and then so I'll now put it into the pot and fry it so that what I'm going to cook will be juicy. Frying brings out the sweetness of the food. So I'll now fry it for some time. I put some gas pan in high heat so that it will cook very fast. My gas can clean at a very high heat so that it will cook very fast. So I'll keep frying this chopped chicken according to tiny bits. After I must have fried for some time, when the color start changing, you have to fry so that the color will change and brown for some time. So I'll allow it to fry for some time. So after allowing the chicken to fry in the pot now, I will now put the blended chicken inside the pot that it will fry together with it. So these are the blended chicken. I'm not putting it to fry together with this chopped chicken, chopped into tiny bits. So I must fry the blended chicken and the chopped chicken for 2 to 3 minutes. I'll now put my onions. I'll now put inside the pot. I now fry the onion and the chopped and blended chicken in the pot together for another 2 to 3 minutes. So I will allow this ingredient to cook for 2 to 3 minutes. When this ingredient will cook for 2 to 3 minutes, I'll now start putting the rest of the ingredients. When I must have fried the chopped chicken, the grated chicken and the onions for 2 to 3 minutes, I'll now start adding the rest of the ingredients. The ingredients that I'll add next will be green beans and garlic. So what I'm putting inside my cooking pot is the green beans and the grated garlic. So I allow it to cook for 2 to 3 minutes because I want these ingredients to cook to still crunchy and fresh as I'm cooking it. So after I'm cooking for 2 to 3 minutes, I will now add carrot because you know carrot is a little bit hard. So I'll put carrot first. So the carrot will start cooking, that it will get soft. They're allowed to cook for 2 to 3 minutes. While the carrots must have cooked for 2 to 3 minutes, I'll now add the green chopped bell pepper, the yellow chopped bell pepper, and red chopped bell pepper together. Set my cooking pot. And allow them to cook together. After I must have put my green bell pepper and yellow bell pepper and red pepper in my cooking pot, and after I'm allowed to cook for 2 to 3 minutes, I will now put the red pepper and salt inside the pot. This is essential so to bring out the taste, so the food will be delicious, sumptuous and tasty. Then I now turn it and allow it to cook for 2 to 3 minutes. After I will allow it to cook for 2 to 3 minutes, I will now add my canned tomato. So there are very variety you can find in the market. So you can use any company products you see in the market. What I'm using now is Derica canned tomato. So there are so many varieties in the market that you can use. So I'll allow it to blend inside my cooking pot. So the next thing I will also do is to start putting the spices that make this meal taste delicious and sumptuous. I'm going to put chopped tomato. So the one I'm using is an Italian made. You can use any other type. You're not being restricted on what you have to use. So allow the food to cook. So I'll start adding the spices. I'm adding more spices. I'll be using cubes, about 4 cubes of more spices. This is important so that because we need to bring out the taste in the minced chicken stew. As you can see, the whole ingredients is gorgeous, fresh and elegant. The whole ingredients is fresh and elegant. So the next thing I'll do is to add my universal spice. There are so many spices you see there in the market. So you should find any spices that are going to bring out the taste in your minced chicken stew. So I must have finished adding my minced spices. You know, I told you earlier, I've already cooked chicken, prepared chicken broth. Chicken broth being prepared with cooking raw chicken with spices so that you preserve the liquid that you use in cooking. I'll now add the chicken broth that I've already prepared initially inside the cooking pot. This is also what we're going to make the food taste sumptuous and delicious. You can see my chicken broth. There are chicken inside there. So now I'll put the whole thing inside the pot. Okay, my amazing viewers, I'd like you to click the like button on my YouTube channel and also subscribe to my channel so that I will bring you more of this delicious, delicious stuff in future. So this food is going to taste very delicious and sumptuous. I wish you were here to delve in and jump and have a taste. As you know, as I'm cooking, I'm supposed to have a taste to see if the ingredients mix very well. So let me have a taste to see how the thing tastes like. Very delicious. Amazing video. Come to the end of my channel show. This is how to prepare chicken minced stew. Thanks for watching. Bye.